How are you guys? Go and get howdy. I was supposed to go first. It's okay. You go first. Ladies go first.
Howdy.
She's from Texas. Howdy. Howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
Hope you guys are doing well. We wanted to do a quick video. I got some notes here so I don't forget because I got ADD. We've had a lot of questions about what made us move to Puerto Rico. What are some challenges? Where is the land? How do we buy it? I mean, not buy it. How do we find it? What are some other questions that you've heard?
Other questions.
Like, where are you guys staying? Are you guys currently on the land? As you can tell, no, we're not on the land. When are we going to go to the land? What are you going to build? How are you going to build? So all of that we're going to try to address.
What is the land for?
Yeah. So we're going to try to address as much as possible. Right now, we're just going to focus maybe on the first part of it, what led us out here. And we plan to do more videos and answer some of you guys' questions. Number one, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for following. We've been getting a lot of comments and inspirational comments.
Yeah, which it really helps because when doubts start, flooding in, they really do help.
It's been difficult. I mean, you guys see us smiling and having a good time, but behind the scenes, there's been a lot of questions, prayers, concerns. I mean, this whole process is not only
fear.
Yeah, it has not only not been cheap, because that's one part of it, but it's kind of like if we decided to go back now to Texas.
It's like too late.
It's kind of like we might as well just stick it out here for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to answer some of these questions. At least the first one is, what made you want to go to Puerto Rico? We were looking at different places. One of the places was a place in Latin America. I won't say which country, because we decided that politically there was just so much going over there, and we're not citizens of that country, so we're like, nah, maybe not there. Mm-hmm. Then we looked at a different country. We're actually looking at Dominican Republic.
So you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah, because it's much cheaper out there. But we don't know too many people in the DR. Shout out to my Dominicans out there. And I reached out to my cousin. I said, hey, do you know anyone in Puerto Rico that is selling land? We didn't want to go through like real estate agents. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Or we wanted somewhere where we could get a good deal and stuff. So we ended up reaching out to a family of ours who is how we got the land. But number one reason why did we want to even leave and go into the country? Number one, we wanted mountains, right? So we wanted country and we wanted mountains. And one day I'll explain why we wanted mountains and not just country. So we feel like, number one, God was leading us. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's so many reasons why we wanted to leave,
Well, I would say number one was God. Number one literally was God.
We had like a yearning to get out,
And even after Hurricane Maria, for those who don't know, after Hurricane Maria and after the last big earthquake in Puerto Rico, we made it a point to come out here as a mission trip. And we would come here often, me and my wife, to visit, to vacation. I was supposed to be here for my 35th birthday right after Hurricane Maria. And after Hurricane Maria, everything was kind of like, no, you can't really travel. We were still able to travel, so we made that a mission trip.
We already had the tickets. So.
Yeah, we had the tickets, we had a place to stay. So shout out to everybody who helped us out with that mission trip, because it was kind of last minute. Mm-hmm. And even then, we had this desire that we would be in Puerto Rico. And for those who know, Puerto Rico is beautiful. The weather's beautiful, the people are great, but it is completely different than living in the States.
Yeah.
It's an island mentality. We've been to Hawaii before. Never lived there, but we went to Hawaii. Everything's laid back, everything's slower. Yeah. And customer service is not necessarily like the States in the sense where, they're quick and responsive.
Or that they care.
It can be very challenging. With that being said, people are amazing here, but it's just a culture. It's a mentality of laying back. You're in the island. You're surrounded by water. So you can't just get in a car and drive to Tennessee or Oklahoma or California or New York. You have to jump in a car for that. So that's one reason was God. We feel like God was calling us to leave the city and go to the country. And I'm not sure you guys could hear us, but the water fountain's just turned on over here.
I'll look at that. Other things that made me want to do this was we lived in the Dallas area, and every time we would go into like downtown or even in the small town that we lived in, life there was starting to get real superficial. Like, and it was weird. It was like a weird pressure feeling that I would get in the city where, like, it's easy to get caught up. It was like a weird pressure for me that I didn't like. Like, everything was so shallow. And, you know, I was like, you know, I don't want the girls growing up in that type of environment where they feel that they have to keep up with the Joneses and, you know, just lead these fake, empty lives. So,
and that was for us. We're not saying
Yeah.
that everybody who lives there feels that way, but like she mentioned, that's point two: raising our children, raising
Yeah.
our kids. We've been blessed with 3 beautiful daughters. I'm originally from LA. I was born in LA. I was up there.
I'm a city girl. Like, I don't know how to survive out. Like, I don't like mud. I don't like bugs. I'm like,
and we bought land in the mountains.
Yeah.
Where there's mud and there's bugs.
I don't like being dirty, you know? And I'm just like,
And we bought land in the mountains where there's dirtiness.
I know. I'm just like, I'm a little nervous about this whole thing just because of that. But the feeling of wanting to get out of where we were was strong enough to get me out here, you know?
And I would also add to that, number 3, so number 1, God, number 2, when I say God, God led us to do this. Number 2, a better life for our children, not a life that our best they could. We wanted them to try something different. A place where, number 2, I'm going to throw this in raising our children. I really wanted our kids to speak Spanish. With my oldest, I spoke more Spanish with her so she understands it and she speaks it better. I just spit. With my twins, I failed as a parent in speaking Spanish. They understand certain things. We've only been here 2 weeks? No. Week.
Maybe a week.
Yeah, the whole travel since leaving because we drove to Florida, but
Guys,
we've been here.
Me crazy.
We've been here 1 week and a couple days, and the kids are already buenos dias, buenas tardes, buen provecho, hola. Like they're already throwing those words in there. So that's something I really wanted them to do. Number 3 was a simple life. I wrote it down because I know that I will forget in order. We wanted a more simple life. I think my wife just kind of hit on that. She's a stay-at-home wife. Mom, she homeschools, she helps out behind the scenes with a lot of things. My job, you know, I'm out in the field. I was working all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I love it. I turned down a pretty good paying gig because I'm going to continue this Monday to Friday, 40 hours a week, salary, the American dream. But what am I really living for? I think that a simple life, not just for my family, learning how to be self-sufficient, learning how to plant, grow, housing to be building a house, building a small cabin.
Yeah.
I mean, my hands are used to, the most difficult thing I've done with my hands is play the piano, drive a car. I mean, I've done some things around the house, but now
I build everything in the house.
See, look at this. I gotta show out, you know, because it's the truth. The truth is we haven't really done much. Before we left, we started planting a little garden in our backyard, and we grew like a carrot and
A cucumber.
We're all excited. So we really want to get used to a more simple life. And you know, I don't mean to say this to scare anybody, but we're living in times where things are rapidly changing. We're depending on a grocery store.
Yeah.
We're depending on so many things that, if, for whatever reason, whether it's because of a natural disaster or because of political chaos, which I think, you know, we're not going to make this channel about politics or anything, but we can all see that things are just uncertain everywhere, no matter where you are in the world. We want to say, why not live a more simple, self-sufficient life? So, yeah, that's really been it. There's so much more we want to cover, but because of time, we're going to keep this video kind of short. We do have a quick...
Our living situation.
Oh yeah, living situation. So, asking me, where are you guys at? So when we first got here, we stood in San Juan for about a week. And the week was on Wednesday, would have been a week, a couple of days ago. Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Happy Sabbath. We stood in San Juan for a week until our car...
That was only so we can get our car.
That we shipped over from Florida to San Juan. Well, the car currently is not in Puerto Rico.
Still.
It's a long story, but it's been put on the ship. I was going to say boat. Can you say boat for something that big?
No.
It's been put on the ship yesterday, so hopefully we get it on Monday. So we decided to
I'm
take...
hoping we get it on Monday.
So after San Juan, we came to an Airbnb for a month where we're going to spend some time looking where we're going to stay at. We're currently in Macau, but we are going to start looking around. People have asked me, are you guys on Spy Miles? The answer is yes. but I don't know if this is where we want to stay. If it was up to us, ideally, we would love a little small home in the country that is furnished. We need a furnished place, so if anybody knows anything, please let us know. But it seems like all the furnished places outside of San Juan is like Palma, Humacao, Fajardo.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. So if you guys know anyone, let us know. We're talking to
So
the
we're
locals.
shopping around for a more permanent place for at least a year while we get the house built.
Yeah.
So right now it's literally just empty land. Hopefully we'll start building soon. We're supposed to be meeting with the builder.
This weekend coming up. After this weekend, so
Yeah.
a week from now. So yeah, keep us in prayer, guys. We are excited. We're nervous. We're terrified. We're putting everything in God's hands. And there's some people who've asked us why we don't do our videos in Spanish. The reason is we have a lot of people back home who are following who only speak English. So we'll throw some Spanish if we can, but that's the main reason why. So far, we've loved it. It's been great. There's a few things we missed. So we're going to do a different video later on, talk about the challenges and the things we kind of missed. And yeah, outside of that, I hope you guys have a good one. And thank you guys for following and commenting, inspiring us, and knowing that we've been inspiring some of you guys. That's, to me, has been like just when I want to kind of give up and someone tells me, hey, me and my husband or me and my wife, you guys are inspiring us. We're following your journey. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, we miss everybody back home. We love you guys, and we'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Peace out.